Hello and welcome to my 8th episode on my survival multiplayer Let's Play server. So, I've been messing around my settings on my Elgato, which I'm using to record these episodes. So the volume, hopefully it will be better on this one. But just to fill you guys in, I started digging down like this yet again. This is similar to XP's crafted design. I provide a link to his channel on episode 6, I believe. So I started digging out this area. I said I was going to do a tutorial, but I did just the very basics. So you could just imagine this is all a level floor. So what you do to get where I am at is you just dig out 2 deep here, and then you just start doing almost like a staircase down. We aren't going to work on this today, but I just wanted to fill you guys in on that. But this will be another episode, possibly next episode. So I actually started working on over this area, and I actually really like how this looks. We're going to be doing something with this today. And I'll probably double this up with a tutorial. So yeah. So I made this a really simple egg farm with 1 chicken in there. And I went AFK overnight, or AFC, whichever one you prefer to call it. But, oh, here's a hole. Alright, so I said that we're going to deal with that section. We have been clearing out a little bit more. But juice hasn't been on for the past couple days. I added these corner pieces. Let me know what your opinion about them are, because I'm not quite sure how I feel about them. And also, we got our semi-operational shop over here. I'm still collecting some more blocks from the part of the farm I built. Like I said, that'll be possibly next episode. So on to what we're doing today. Now, if you look at my hotbar, you might be able to take a guess. But I have this 16 by 16 platform and 2 hole. I'm actually going to add support beams here, I believe. So I made a 16 by 16 platform, made a little bridge out to it. Alright, so today we're actually going to build an iron golem farm. So I'm going to actually start doing a tutorial right now. And I'm going to double this up. This is both going to be in my Let's Play video, Survival Series, Episode 8. And it's also going to be a tutorial episode, if I can cut it out correctly. So, you start off by a 2 by 2 hole. These can be any block you want, as long as they're non-transparent, which I know my lights are, but I'd rather have it look decent than be 100% efficient. So if you want to be 100% efficient, don't use lights or lamps or glass or anything in those areas. Alright. And then from there you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you make a box out of that. You go 6 from each one of those sides. From there, what you're going to do is you're actually going to start putting up a wall. You're going to do that all the way around. And that's going to be too high. I'm not actually entirely sure if I have enough blocks to do this project. I don't think I'm going to. But we'll at least get a decent start on it. Worst comes to worst, I can just use the outer prismarine blocks. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. Just because we have enough of those. I'm only going to do this layer. Alright, so we want the regular prismarine, not prismarine brick, for this layer. Like so. If you're just looking for a tutorial on this farm, if I can post a separate video for a tutorial, it'll be down in the comments, or the description rather, and you can look for it there. Alright. From there you do 4 in each direction from the corner, and do that for all 4 sides. If you are building this, just a forewarn, you will need at least 2 villagers. I think I want one too many there. He's creeping. Alright, from there, you're going to go 1 more layer. Apologize for any noise you guys are hearing. Those are people in the suite just being loud. Here you're going to place doors. You can do it just like this. That way you can get them on the outside block. We're going to have to break to get back up here. Oh, we have to get that block. Not that block is worth a whole lot. But we're going to pick it up anyways. But if you are going to build this, make sure that it's 80 blocks in every direction away from any other village. I believe that we are outside that 80 block distance from the village I showed. That we, like the pseudo village that we made earlier in the series. The only concern I have about this one in particular is the fact that it's on water. Okay, so once you have that done, we're going to pop back up to this layer. And then from here, you are going to place blocks aligned with the top half of the door. For best results, use half slabs, but because there's no prismarine half slabs, I'm just going to use full blocks. That way it looks nicer. Alright, while you're down this layer, place a couple signs to stop the water from flowing down to the bottom level. So once you get this layer done, you're going to want to place, and yet again, any of these blocks can be anything you want them to be. I should bring these corners back to what they were. That's going to drive me nuts if I don't. place a layer of glass. This can be any color glass yet again. I'm using cyan just because that's pretty much the color of the base. But like I said, any color glass you want. I'm just going to do one ring around the top. And then from here comes the interesting part. You're going to need a couple blocks for placement. I brought some dirt with me. And you're going to place them in every corner on both layers like so. That way the water flows right. Let's go with the same design as the bottom. Now they have the blocks. And you, and you, and you, and you. And let's throw some sea lanterns down. So you're going to take your first signs. You're going to place them on the inside again to prevent water from going down. There's several different designs for this particular farm, but I just decided to go with this one. Alright, so you're going to place water between the dirt blocks on the outside. Simple enough. Let's put that one back. You can go every air block and it will create infinite water sources. Oh, you can just pull from those water sources to spread it. Put one there. Alright. Like so. And you're going to do that. And then you're going to place one block up here in each corner. Like so. And these are temporary. Oh, let's flip our bucket again. These are temporary blocks, so you can remove these now. It's best to do this with depth strider. That's why I have my boots right now if you're going to do this in survival. That way it makes walking across water pretty easy. It's optional. Same with Aqua Infinity. I just kind of recommend them. But I've kind of gotten used to them now that we've taken down Guardian Temple and we're turned to the farm. So you're going to come down to this layer. And you're going to do exactly the same. So I will be back when I've gotten that done. Okay, I'm back. And I've removed the dirt blocks also underneath. Alright, so essentially the structure itself is done. Now you're just going to build a killing chamber. Yet again, don't do that unless you have feather fallen. They're going to need to be 8 blocks off the ground, this whole structure. I forgot to mention that before the start of the tutorial, but I'll be sure to include that as an annotation. You're going to need a couple buckets of lava, which unfortunately I think I just barely used all the buckets of lava that I had. Yep. Smelt up some items. Just had the 5. Alright, so I'm back. I went to Nether to get some lava, because that's where I go to get my lava. So, you're going to need 4 hoppers and 2 chests. I got 3 on me. Oh. For this next part. So you're going to place down your chest. and your hoppers, and this will be wherever you want them to die, which should be directly under that centered part of the farm itself. You also need to create some kind of tube, a 2x2 tube, to get them down here. I'm not going to show you guys how to do that because that's pretty self-explanatory. And then right above this, you want to go 2 blocks because iron golems are 3 blocks tall, I believe. And you're going to carefully place your lava. I got 4 buckets, but technically 1 would work. Oh, well, I threw my buckets in lava too. Oh well, that's why we're building this farm. So essentially, all you have to do now, let's swim up here. A little bit sad that I did throw one of my buckets in lava, but it's an iron golem farm, so what else do you expect? So there's the tube that I was talking about. Had that prepped already. So up here, you're actually going to build some kind of containment chamber. I'm going to build, these can be any size, any side. It doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to build mine just on the outside of the perimeter of the doors. And let's go with that. Looks pretty good. Just pop out these blocks. Swim back up here. Let's get these 4 placed again. So I'll be back once I've built my chamber. Alright, so once you came up with a design, I'll probably play around with this off camera, but for my multiplayer server. But once you come up with a design, remember these 2 blocks. Make sure you put a roof on it and obviously a floor, because without the floor, villagers can't stand there. I didn't do any prep work of actually getting the villagers up here, so I'm going to do that off camera. But yeah, you're going to need at least 10 villagers in here. So there's several different ways you can do about that. I would personally recommend getting 2 villagers, either from a village or curing them. If you do get 2 villagers and you can't find 10, if you throw food at them, like carrots, potatoes, wheat, I believe it's 12 of any of them, they'll actually start breeding if there's enough doors. So that's kind of a villager fun fact. But I'm going to get the villagers up here. I'm going to end the episode now. I'm going to play with the design of this just a little bit. I'm not going to be able to play with it too much without the villagers getting out. I'm also going to make it so I can trade with the villagers somehow. I'm going to leave some kind of window, I think. But if you enjoyed the video, like, share, subscribe, favorite, and I'll catch you all next time.